Good morning, Danny here. Got a couple little projects this morning. I got these watches here. I got a Superman watch and Deadpool watch. Deadpool watch is from my nephew's. His birthday's party is gonna be this Sunday, so I'm gonna make a red and black band for it. Match the whole Deadpool motif. And this Superman watch with the emblem's all black. I don't know if you can tell, but it's all black. So I'm just gonna do an all black band. I was trying to accent it with a different color, but I don't know. We'll see. This is for my little niece Samantha. I was supposed to sell them a watch for her birthday a few weeks, but I ended up sending somebody else because they came with the money first. I felt like crap, so I found another watch, and I'm gonna give this one to her as a belated birthday gift. All right, I'm gonna pause it until I get everything ready. All right. All right, this is the watch band in which it originally comes. It's not a bad watch band. Nice, comfortable, adjustable, latex band. But I think once I use a paracord, the red and black paracord, and I use these stainless steel shackles, which are powder coated in black. I mean, it'll look a lot better. Like I said, I'll go ahead and pause it again and get the materials ready and show them to you. Okay, I already have the watch bands off, the band off the watch right here. You can pop these little pins. I'll take a little knife or a real fine screwdriver. Pop these pins off. Remove the watch band in case, it might be a watch that messes up and you want to take it back, get a refund, exchange or whatever. You don't want to give it with the band you already made. But when I give something and I make it into a Paracord watch or something, I'm not taking it back. If it messes up, and use it just as a fashion, accessory or something. But anyway, so now what we gotta do is you gotta get the amount of rope that you need for the Paracord. I use 1 foot per inch, so his I'll make 2.5 inches on each side for the band. That's about a half an inch. That's about an inch smaller than my watch. So I have a substantially large wrist. It might not look like it, but they're actually bigger than most people's. And then my nephew's really gonna be. Well, he's turning 13. Well, he turned 13 Tuesday. But anyway. Getting back to it, you gotta cut your colors. If it's it's a foot for every inch. But if you're gonna make it like double wide, what they call the King Cobra, then you're gonna need twice as much, so it'll come back around and be so it can be thick. All right. So first thing, you got your colors. I got red and black. Now, this is just for one side of the band. I'm going to take my little torch lighter. I like these because you can really aim the flame. You can aim the flame, as I say. You melt it, you singe it together, you squish, roll, so it's about as neat as it can be. Then you're gonna start weaving it and slide it through the pans there. Okay, if you hear these Spanish-speaking women in the background, I'm at my mom's, and my wife and my mom, they're here again together. They're cleaning up. My mom just finished remodeling her house, and so they're trying to get everything together, trying to make everything look nice. But anyway, what you're gonna need if you want to make it look like a little bit more survivally or a little give it more of that manly feature or that cool feature that you won't see in other watches, is you need a shackle, stainless steel shackle, and a little metal extender, little setup. Comes with 4 holes. The one hole to put your weaving through, your threading through, and then the other 3 holes are to extend it up to 3 sizes. Okay, so you run it through. And you have to understand, you're fusing it. So that little seam, the little weld, you want to hide. So you put that'll be directly in the center. You hide it inside the little extender, and you're good to go. You want to make it look as neat as possible. So you take that. You got your red and black side by side. You're gonna run your paracord.
Thank you.
Thank
you, beautiful grandma.
And yes, my mom is a beautiful grandma. And you take it, you feed it through that little pin, that was holding your old watch band, the store-bought watch band. And that's where you run your paracord through there. Yeah. So you're running it through here.
Ya Chacuarte le dijo a tu abuelo.
Alright. See, that's too long. So we're going for 2.5 inches. So we might be able to do 2.5 inches on just on the actual paracord, because you're gonna extend to 2.5 inches to all the way to 3 inches. So I mean, it'll give you some 3 little sizes in case he grows. His wrist grows a little thicker as the years go by, because I mean this should last a few years. I think the band will last longer than the watch will, but. Well, I've done this. I bought other watches and just switched the band there. Just bought more or less the same width on the little pin, and voila, there you go. And my wife is criticizing that I never clean my workspace. Well, there's under clean. She's worried about, but then it's gonna look like you're messy. And hey, man, I'm messy. I'm a man. I mean, not to say anything. I'm sure we got some tidy men out there, but anyway, 2.5 inches right there. That's perfect. All right. So then we're going to start weaving. Alright, once we run it through, get it to the desired length, we start weaving. We're going to do what's called, originally called the Solomon bar. But now everybody calls it the Cobra weave, or the Cobra stitch, or whatever. So many things. It's, originally the Solomon's bar, but we're going to call it the Cobra. And once we go over it again, it'll be called the King Cobra. So, bear with me, this is my first video, so, well, his suit, Deadpool suit's mainly red, right? So we're going with the red in the middle, we'll put the black on the outside. So, when you do that, I mean, if you want to learn how to do the Cobra stitches, if you look up Paracord bracelet, Cobra, or King Cobra, and there's plenty of instructional how-to videos out there, or DIY, or whatever, or DIY. So the best thing, you gotta get your first little knot going right there. See, there's the red. Red's gonna go across, and the black's gonna go on the edges. So you take it. Remember, the red stays over the top, and the green goes around the back and feeds through and comes back to the to the front. All right. So you take it and you adjust as you go. Alright? And make sure you're coming out even, and try not to leave any slack. Well, you know what? Since I am going to do one whole piece instead of coming back and forth with it, we're adding two different pieces for the King Cobra. I'm gonna have to redo it. Hold on. Okay, yeah. I had to remind myself. We want to cover all the spaces. On the little pin. We don't want it to have any play, and we don't want it to look bare. We want it to look nice and full. Like I said, we're trying to keep it as neat as possible. It is a gift, and remember, man, your handiwork, your workmanship, that's your calling card. That's how everybody sees you. That's your presentation. You do great work, and they're gonna say, "Oh yeah, that's that guy that does great work." Or if you do shoddy work, like, he's all right. It's a nice gift, but I wouldn't get buy anything off of him. And you don't want that. You want everybody to say, "Oh man, that's a Danny original," or that one was made by Danny. Or go to Danny, he makes good bracelets. Or bands, or he does awesome work. If I am talking too much, I'm sorry. Like I said, it's my first ever video. I don't even have a camera. I have using my phone. But you never know. If it goes well, I might invest in a camera. I think I might, because I also want to do some musical videos, and tell you the truth, the sound comes out real distorted when I record, when we're playing live. So that's why I haven't really posted anything. So you do that on the red, and do that with the black. And if my hands shake a little bit, you have to excuse me. I have the steady hands of a maraca player. I am a percussionist, by the way, in case you didn't know. So, little pin's a little tight. You have to try to keep it from tangling up. So you have to twist out all the untangling. Alright. Like I said, I'm surrounded by Mexican women, so watch out.
Hey, enseña la pancha de mi titi.
Anyway, you see that right there?
Panchi.
Filled up the little edges with the pen so you can't see it, and then you start your weaving. Like I said, once again, my red over the front, black comes around the back. And oops. Like I said, this is popularly known as the cobra weave or the cobra stitch. Proper name, Solomon's bar. Tying it all together is where I learned how to do most of my weaving.
No, pues él se puede quedar aquí con su mamá.
Alright, so sorry guys. Camera angle's kind of weird. Trying out one of the new tripods that I got. You know, I tried using this little tabletop one, but it didn't adjust towards the front or leaning that much. But it helps out for like, I don't know, being able to carry it different places. But anyway, so you take it, you weave it, and we're doing the red in the middle, the black on the outside. Now when we come back to our second turn, which is what people call the king cobra, it's gonna look a lot nicer because it's the inside pattern is gonna show through the middle, so it just looks really nice. And then plus you have your red on this side, your black on that side. I mean, it's just, I think it's nice. I think it's nice. I don't have anything. I have white paracord. I was thinking about accenting it with some white because of the eyes, but nah, we don't need it. That'd be too much white showing. So I think this is gonna be perfect. Alright. I'm trying to talk to cover all these ladies' voices. And I love them all to death, you know. There's 3 great women here. My mom, well 4 actually. My mom, my wife, my oldest sister, which is she's younger than me, but I'm the oldest of my family, so she's the oldest of my sisters. And then I have my grandma. Our grandma, she's 90 years old. When we thought we were going to lose her about 10, 12 years back, kept going to Mexico to go see her because she kept going to the hospital. She was having complications, and she had a little surgery, and she came back and about another 12 years. I think she's going to last another 12. She might make it to 100 and something, you know, so I'm blessed to have these women and these influential women in my life. You know, they've all been hustlers. They've always, you know, worked and done stuff to put, you know, food on the table. You know, unfortunately, we come from a line of single family homes or broken homes, but those never stopped us, right? I think those single moms are a blessing from the Lord, and man, they deserve the best. So, all right, that's the first little, they call it cobra weave. We're gonna turn it back around. All right. And then we do the red over the front and the black in the back. All right. You take it. Start weaving again. Now this little shackle setup, this little extender setup right here, the little kit, is made different than when I used to order them. They used to be wider in that hole right here in the bottom. So I used to be able to feed the thread through there, but that's not the case anymore. I didn't check that. I wish I had checked that. I just didn't snap to it till right now. It's still gonna look good. You know, you gotta make sure you pull it tight. Pull it tight, no, makes it look clean. And my mom's gonna knock this table over. You know. So let me see, man. I might have to change the angle a little bit. I'm just trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. So, yeah, just gotta make sure you pull that tight. Now you could do this with a buckle, like those plastic buckles that you snap on, you know, and they look clean too. But like I said, this is gonna be for 13-year-old boy, and you know his wrist is gonna grow, so that being able to adjust it is a big plus. All right, so. Take it, see that's nice and tight. Nice and tight right there. I'm just gonna measure it, make sure. And sometimes when you do that second time around and you get it real tight, it actually stretches it out, stretches out the weaving. And we're about right there, yeah, about 2.5 inches. So, all right, we'll just snip the ends, and yeah, I may have had a little too much, you know, left over. But you know what I say? It's better to have a little too much than not enough. So this, you know, paracord isn't really that expensive. So, and then this is sizes I can use to make other stuff with, so it's not a total waste. But like I said, that's the first half. All right, now it's time for the second half. Okay, so we cut off the ends, the excess, right? And we just take our little lighter. Can be butane, can be a Zippo. Heck, when I first started, I didn't have any either, so I was using the candle and matches. But I think the butane, little like torch lighters, is the way to go. Like I said, you can really direct the blast. What I do like about the Zippos is you strike them on and set it in the middle of the table, and it stays on. You don't have to hold it. You know, you can use both hands. Anyway, so you melt it so they won't come undone. And all right, now it's on to the next end. The same thing, you cut out your rope to about desired length, and I'll show you in a bit. Alright, so the same, now remember the other side was the extender part, right? The little extending with the extender, you know, which is that powder coated stainless steel. And then on the other side is going to be that the stainless steel shackle. The shackle holds up to, I think this actual one holds up to like 330 pounds. And your paracord is rated for 550 pounds. That's just in case you want to know. Okay, and remember it is welded, like it is burnt together, so you want to kind of hide that. So you're gonna find, you have to bring it back the other way. You want to put that on the bottom side, just so you know they can't see that. You don't want, you want to make it as clean as possible. You don't want it to look the least bit, tacky. So like I said, I just got my table invaded. These ladies are gonna play loteria, which is Mexican version of bingo. So it might get loud, almost like playing poker, but this. My wife right there. There's my sister. My wife is way over here. Then my grandma.
My beautiful mama.
And my mom, with her blonde hair. It looks blonde. She's yeah, those of you that speak Spanish, you're going to understand that. And those who don't, I'm not going to translate it. Alright, so now on to the other side. Alright, the same thing. Run it through. And run it through one more time just to make sure you cover up all that, that little pants that won't show. And then you have to make sure too, that's what I do. You keep the black on the black side, the red on the red side. You know what I'm talking about? Just to it's just an extra, you know, attention to detail there. So when we weave it again, like we did earlier, red over the top, over the front, and black in the back. Feeds through.
Corazón. Ok, venado a tu corazón. ¿Sí?
Tying it up.
No tengo nada. Ahorita voy a agarrar mi las mías.
Adjust it, slide it up.
Pino.
Alright?
Pino, más pino.
And come back around.
Ahí arriba tiene otra.
I'm sorry, I ate a Ferrero chair earlier. Yeah, I know I'm not supposed to. Yeah, you know, struggling with the diabetes.
No tengo nada.
It's alright. It's alright.
Apache.
It was just a little bit, you know. You keep weaving it.
Los míos son todos mis cartas tienen.
No, Willy, póngalo en el arpa.
Ah, en nada.
Y el bandolón enseguida del arpa. Ya va a ganar.
Like I said, just keep sliding it up.
¿Cuál es eso?
And trying to keep it nice and tight. And
Allá abajo hay otro. Al lado
looking
de la
nice.
rosa.
So,
El gordo.
you know,
La guitarra,
like I said,
güey.
they were playing Mexican bingo here. Loteria.
Mamá.
So, and my grandma's up there in age, so they have to keep helping around.
El otro. Donde puso la rosa.
If she doesn't start winning soon, she's gonna start complaining.
Campana, güey.
No tengo
And
nada.
for those of you that do like to play
Isaías.
Loteria or have the tias and the abuelitas like that, there's an app that you can download. I don't know what's it called, Titi?
Corre y se va.
Corre y se va. It means hold on, there it goes, and it calls out all the cards, you know,
Allá en la esquina.
all the little cards for you. You don't have to do it, and now we won't be accused of cheating and shuffling the cards wrong, you know, to your favor or whatever. So you can always blame it on technology when everybody else is upset.
Botella.
We're getting down to the bottom of this. We're getting back to the shackle.
Bless you. Híjole.
Ahorita. Get a kiss, ma.
Alright. There's two things you can do with the shackle. You
Botella.
you see how you got that right there?
Sillones, ¿eh?
Buenas.
My wife just won. That's cool. She can buy me lunch. Okay, you can run these
Doble campana.
through the shackle twice.
Músico y apache. O
Okay.
campana, músico, venado.
Tying it up.
Así en cuadro y en...
And it looks real cool. I mean, once you do that. The only problem is when you put your extender on there, it won't go to the. You might not be able to use that last hole. See that? You got 3 holes where it feeds in. Okay, but like I said, it makes it look a lot nicer. So we're gonna hope that he doesn't have to use that very last hole, which is making it in the shortest setting. And hopefully, that'll make it look a lot nicer, a lot more full. Like I said, keep it clean, nice and tight, make it look alright. So my wife's talking about food stamps, so you guys experience that. I gotta keep saying out loud whatever they say. That hopefully that'll keep the chatter down. You know, I don't want to hear them over me, but we'll see. All right. So remember, red over the front, black in the back, and it makes your pattern. Makes your pattern, you know, come out nice.
Sí. La chiquita.
Okay, my mom's thinking about some kind of task she can have me do when I'm here. So the way it is, you come to your mom, she feeds you, and then she wants you to do all kinds of stuff. Do this, do that. And my sister's coming up with a plan of attack for Loteria. So.
No pay.
We're almost there, guys. Almost there. And bear with me.
Le rogamos a Panchi mucho. La manché. Ah, mira, una pena.
No, ese es mío.
Ah, eso no estoy yo.
Ujú. Eso todos son míos.
Todos de los dientes.
Fíjate que a mí también me gusta la pera. Yo creo que me voy a
¿La
hacer
qué?
la pera. Voy a hacer una doble pera. Mi mamá ahí dejó un rollo. Pero nadie me ha querido hacer cartas.
Tengo un rollo.
Ay, encima me estás tomando mi dinero.
Todo difícil. Acá atrás hay una cola.
I'm sorry guys, I kind of went off screen there for a second.
Mira. Doble pera.
I said once I get done with this video, I'll watch it and
Gallo, thank you.
see what I need to fix. Anyway, so like I said, we're gonna check. Hopefully we didn't go too off of that 2.5 inch mark that we had. Remember right there, it's about 2 3/4. But like I said, my well, I didn't say this, but my whoa, I did. You know, he's gonna grow up, so we wanted to fit him for years to come. All right, so that's what it's looking like.
Araña.
They're red and black.
Hoy.
Throw them back, you know, like that. I mean, that's the other option, you know.
Borracho.
I wanted the red to show mostly.
Borracho.
But all right, let me go ahead and snip it and singe it. So we take it.
Negro no tiene.
Melt away.
Tenía
You know, flatten and you know, melting it and then squishing it down. It kind of makes it like a stopper. You know, keeps the weave from unraveling.
allá paramos en la esquina.
So
En la esquina, amor.
okay, and you try not to burn the rest of the rope. You know, you don't want to damage the rest because supposedly it is a survival
Ya ves, Titi.
type band. So you know, so there we go.
A la misma la pasada.
And this is gonna barely fit me, but that's cool. Like I said, he has smaller wrist,
Mira.
Venía.
so you
A la misma.
take that little bolt out, little pin,
Yo lo rajé 2 veces.
take it,
3 veces.
and see if it'll fit me.
Mamá, no sea chique, nomás. Tiene feria, veré ahorita.
My mom
Ya
just
no nos vamos.
called my
ya no
grandma a
se
chicken.
Es que, mire, ya me está ganando el
Rude,
falda.
huh? That's just what you know, little women when they start playing
Pues total, pa.
loteria, they gotta talk mess.
Ay,
Ahí hay billuyo.
Now they can't see one.
está más rica que nada. Sí, ahorita me da su feria. Me acabo de dar cuenta que lo que le iba a dar.
Debe estar 40.
$1?
Dale 40 a ti, a mamá y a mamá. Y a mamá.
All right, you fit it through. Like I said, I made it to where it would fit me
Sí.
on the longest extension, the last hole, or the first hole, depending on how you look at it.
También,
Okay, so that's what it looks
La
like.
garza.
Dale ahí, abuelita.
See that?
Sí, ya.
Ta-da! And there you go. It's done.
Me quedé bien picada.
What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Does it? I mean, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it? Looks awesome. All right. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'll see y'all later. I guess, like I said, I still have this Superman watch, but
Árbol y garza.
you can't really see it because that little protector thing. I didn't want to take it off till that day, but anyway, see. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna do it all solid black. I was thinking about some black, maybe some gray in the bottom.
Violín.
I gotta think. Maybe I'll throw the red and the blue on the very bottom and do black on the outside. I still have to think about it. Alright guys, well I'll talk to y'all later. Maybe I'll do this one at home where it's a lot quieter.
Estos zapatos salieron por el mundo. y por
Alright,
la
see?
araña.
Yo por la
And I'll put it back in this little store packaging. It almost looks like it came like that. I've had people tell me that, man, this stuff doesn't look handmade, it looks like store-bought or something. I tell them, man, handmade is the best you can do, you know. Can't find the lid though, somewhere over here. That's it. Guys,
Kaya
take it
ganun
easy.
sa ipon sisilyo.
Have fun. I mean, it's not really. It's a great gift you can give to somebody. There's not that many watches like this around. So when you give this, I mean, not only is it inexpensive for the giver, but I mean, whoever gets it, I mean, they're gonna appreciate it because that's it. How many people do you see with Paracord watches and then made with such detail, and materials? So, all right, guys, take it easy. God bless.